She was born home in New Orleans, Louisiana. Granted with the name Lisa Sawyer.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 10. I've been having a good morning. I appreciate you guys understanding for the late uploads and the lack of Vlogmas content the past couple of days, but I feel like I got to hit a reset button and I'm feeling better today, and I have intentions on having a better week this week. So, this morning I had my tried but true oatmeal with yogurt, and we got some ginger at the farmer's market this past weekend, so I had my ginger and lemon water as well. And I also did some reading this morning, which probably can help with my mental state as well. So some nice, good self-help reading. And I've also been listening to some records this morning, so that's been really nice. I just need to make sure that I'm like staying active and, keeping myself happy. So I'm making lunch right now. We are having, today for lunch, I'm having leftovers from last night. Keith and I made homemade whole wheat tortillas. And so we made potato tacos, and I will show those to you shortly. But right now I'm making some refried beans with some leftover black beans that have been sitting in the fridge for a little bit. And I also saw that there's some jackfruit in there too, so I'm gonna like soup up these tacos a little bit. I have Charlie Brown Christmas on in the background. It's my favorite. So, potato, black beans, and jackfruit, whole wheat tortilla. I'm very stoked on this. So, got two of these. I'm ready for lunch. So today's been pretty chill per usual. I have been working on uploading the previous vlogs, and I applied for some jobs, and now I'm thinking about having a break. So last week I had mentioned to you guys that I wanted to share my favorite podcasts with you, so I decided that I will do that now. I primarily listen to a lot of motivating podcasts that are for people who are trying to be entrepreneurial. So, or a lot of podcasts that are for women. So some favorite podcasts would be pretty much all of the podcasts in the Girl Boss Radio Network. Girl Boss is a book that has now turned into a media company, and they have a bunch of podcasts. So the first podcast was the Girl Boss podcast, and that one is interviews of women who are entrepreneurial, and very inspiring interviews come out of that podcast. And then a podcast also under that umbrella is called Self-Service it's called Self-Service with Jericho Mandiber. And so that is another one that I really like. And that one is more, I wonder if they have descriptions. That would be helpful. That one is described as your cosmic comfort zone, an inner beauty school where self-care is celebrated and get real with emotions. So yeah, weird wellness and astrology is how it's described. Shortly, it's described. So yeah, that one, I guess, hasn't had new episodes for a while now, which is a bummer because I wish that it did. So you guys are on top of my laptop right now, so that's why I'm looking down to reference. Another podcast in the Girl Boss Radio Network is Jen Gotch is Okay Sometimes. And that one is a really cool podcast because the style is, I don't want to say unedited, but it's not overly edited. It's very much just like her talking to a microphone. And sometimes there's like not a lot of structure when it comes to it. But she talks about her mental health journey. She suffers from anxiety and depression, and she's felt that she's gotten a better hold on it, something that she's been dealing with for decades, but she feels like she's getting a better hold on it now. So she's just sharing her findings, and I find it very fascinating. Some mindful podcasts that I like to listen to is The Lively Show. The Lively Show is kind of hard to describe because I feel like I've been listening to it for so many years that she like talks about her personal life, so sometimes I wonder if like someone jumps into that podcast midway, they would be kind of confused, but she also encourages you to listen to like the whole journey because it's like about her personal journey with mindfulness and listening to your intuition and that type of thing. So she talks about her own personal journey, and then she also has client sessions that she has where she talks people through listening to their own voices and etc. So I really like that one. I've recently started listening to Oprah's Super Soul Conversations, and I absolutely love them. I think that that is just a good place to feel good. I've also started listening to No Limits with Rebecca Jarvis. Rebecca Jarvis was a ABC Good Morning America host, and now she has a podcast, and it's also interviewing entrepreneurial women, which is very inspiring, and so is the Gold Digger podcast, which is by Jenna Kutcher, and she also interviews entrepreneurial women and gives her own perspective on a bunch of different things like Instagram marketing or anything having to do with pretty much being a digital entrepreneur. I listened to Happier with Gretchen Rubin, and that one's really good. Her and her sister are hosts, and they just kind of have tips and tricks on how to be happier. And one that I recently just found was the Chasing Joy podcast. And that one is kind of similar to The Lively Show, where it's about like finding alignment and listening to your intuition and that type of thing. I have so many more podcasts that I'm subscribed to, but I feel like I gave you guys a decent amount. Oh, last but certainly not least, I listen to the Real Good podcast. I'm sure like this is probably like my number one recommendation is the Real Good podcast because it's just Amber, Good Saint on Instagram, and her friend Natalie. They just like chat it up every single week and have like amazing subject matters. And what they try to do in their episodes is to make the audience members feel like they're a part of like the girl gang. So I always look forward to listening to those episodes every week because it just feels like a good like hangout sesh. But yeah, I've been talking about podcasts for a little bit now. I think I should move on with my day. Keith's mom bought my mom some Christmas towels for Christmas, and I have some mail at my house, so I'm gonna go head over there, and that's how I'm going to continue my day. So Keith's mom knows that my mom loves kitties, so she saw this and thought it was perfect for her. And it is. So this is the Butter Crunch lettuce that we've been growing, and I'm going to harvest some. I'm gonna pull up a whole plant, I think. But which one should I pull up? I don't know. And we're also growing cauliflower! The first one. There's another cauliflower dude over there. And here's Cannon. gardener. So it's Taco Monday in the Andrew house. We are having pico de gallo again because we are having tacos.
Really long.
Cooking up some Beyond Meat crumbles. This is the lettuce that I pulled out of the garden earlier today. Cleaned. It was very dirty and chopped. And we have some cabbage. And then here is that pico de gallo. So here it is, Beyond Meat crumbles. Oh, homemade whole wheat tortilla, Beyond Meat crumbles. Butternut lettuce from the garden, homemade pico de gallo.
Butternut lettuce?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Butter crunch?
Butter crunch lettuce from the garden we grew. And that is some Follow Your Heart cheese, homemade pico de gallo. This is taco style number 1. Decided to make a salad instead of a taco, but it is the butter crunch lettuce. This is a crab cake from Trader Joe's. Comes in a pack of 4. Some sprouts, cabbage, and then I added some pico. And then the dressing is bulldog, which is a Japanese like sweet sauce.
Playoff picture.